So, since your current work also focuses on developmental neuroscience, how do you think the technology is shaping the child's brain and behavior?
Uh, AI chatbots used generally by children around the world are relatively new, but of course, AI was running the algorithms that children used and for a lot of social media platforms or platforms like YouTube and TikTok and Instagram. And we know that children's attention spans have diminished over, I think it was from 2004 until 2024. Um, there was one study that showed a diminishment from like almost 2 minutes to 47 seconds to pay attention to a specific topic.
Wow.
Um, but yeah, so we're seeing children's attention spans, ability to concentrate being affected. And the what really scares me about AI is that of children kind of giving up the feeling that the agency around thinking. So if you think about a child growing up and from a young age using technology to ask a question and receive a response, um, in a way that's fine, and it could be a tool that can teach and they could learn a lot from that. But it's very easy for that then to become a crutch, to become uh, the the answer you'll get from the AI will always be better than or sound better than what you'll come up with from doing a little research and writing a paragraph. So it's very easy to just turn to the AI because it's much better. Also with parents, I think I was having a discussion with a friend the other day about when you have a young child, the child is constantly asking questions, and that's part of the developmental phase they're going through um, until they hit kind of young teenage years when they start asking questions of their friends or monitoring their social environment more for those answers. Um, but the parent's response to those questions won't be as good, as accurate and as well presented as an AI's response. So why ask your mom and dad something when you can ask Alexa? And if that's happening, I think that it it reduces a bond that you have with your parents. It reduces your faith in your parents as an a source of truth or knowledge. And maybe the parent was never the best choice of truth or knowledge, but it's very important to have that interaction, that dynamic with a parent as you're growing up. So I think that somehow takes away or can take away from the relationship and the authority of the parental figure. And also, as I was, one of the things as I was thinking about creating AIChildSafety.org, that really affected me was thinking about, I'm a parent. It might be obvious. I have a 7-year-old now, and it's a pretty common experience to be, say, your child's watching a cartoon, watching Netflix or an episode, and you say, okay, when that episode's over, come to the dinner table. We're going to eat dinner. With generative AI, very soon it won't make sense to say episode when the episode is over because the media will be generated as the child is watching. So there will be no end to the episode. There will be, if it's on and the child is watching, it's going and it's creating based on some input that it received from the children and some input from millions of other children's, and keep creating that storyline. So there's not a season of 12 episodes that are dropped that you might binge during that season. There's an always constantly running season of of a story that you know is there, and you know that if you go and you turn on the iPad, it's there, and it's going to run from where you dropped off, and it's going to run until someone makes you close that iPad. And that, I think, is really dangerous.